Here is my happy place. Oh, sorry. This is where I hang my embellishments on my pegboard. Just things that I don't containerize. And here is my silhouette station. And then I have some Stampin' Up my wheels in there. That's my embossing thing. And then my Stampin' Up some stamps. I have a lot more than that, but just had overflow. Here's all my silhouette supplies, my vinyl and extra blades. And then there on the bottom is where I have my cards that I've made, my extra photo paper, and my photo printer. And here is my box of unfinished kits, mini albums, just classes that I've kind of taken at convention and I haven't finished. And those are there, but there's nothing there. And then as you go around, my little Christmas tree a friend gave me. I love it. I leave it out all year long. And I just got this on Friday from a friend who was having a scrappy yard sale. And so I have all my embossing stuff on the bottom, stickles on the second shelf from the bottom, all my glimmer mist and sprays. Next shelf is my paint, glitter, and then there's just Mod Podge and little bead things, glossy accents. And then here is my Alpha system that I got at the Container Store. And it's full. So I'll start here on the bottom. Here is my paper trimmers. I seem to collect these. I'm not sure why. My Martha Stewart scoreboard. And these are all like my pictures that need to be scrapped, like from 2011 on. And then my 2013 pictures from this year. And then there's nothing in any of these. And this one is actually decorative edge scissors. I usually put my Copics in here, but I have got them out where I've been coloring right there. I'll go back to that stuff later. Okay, we'll just go up. These are all like some extra sheet protectors on my extra cardstock for my Copic. And my idea books. And there's nothing in two of those boxes, but the other two have images to color. And my books that I've read. And the yellow and green is my little Tori spelling. It was on HSN and it looked really cute and I had to have it, but I have not used it. And underneath the picture of the beach is all my borders. I just keep them in there. And then my printer. And here's my carousel with all my different tools. Oops. Paints. Just miscellaneous tools. The label maker. Blades, embossers. And there's stuff down in there too. I don't have those labeled. Distressing tools. Foam brushes. And here's another trimmer. This one, I don't really like it. It's by American Crafts. It seems to not cut straight for me. I should probably call the company, but I haven't because I'm lazy like that. Some punches that I use most often. I've been going to these Stampin' Up little clubs every month, and so I've had all the Stampin' Up inks before. And now I've seen some colors that I really had to have, even though I use mostly my Copics, and I have all my distress inks up there, the ones I have, and my Jenny Bowens there, which I don't really use either. And here's kind of like a workspace for me. I'm making memories mat under there, and my splat mat on top. I store all my acrylic blocks there, and that's actually got alcohol in it. I use that instead of the Stampin' Mist. Probably worse on my stamps, but I use it to wipe off my workspace and stuff too. All my self-inking stamps, which are good for Project Life, or let's see, just too bright. No, it says never want to forget. And I have some of the clay up there, behind there. And see, here's my chair. And I sit there, so I have a workspace here. And then I have a workspace there. And here, we'll start over here so I can walk around. There's all my completed albums. And my ebosser. And here's where I keep all of my dies and embossing plates. More dies. And there's more dies in there. And as we go around, here is just my cardstock to travel when I go to crops and stuff. Right, let me go back over here where we were. So these are the stamps that I use most often. Right here, or my newer stamps, and I kind of keep them out for a while. I've really discovered Lawn Fawn, and I love them. Love them. So I have all my washi up here. And I kind of had it standing up at one time, but then, I don't know, my Elfa system, I can change it around, and I do that a lot. I reorganize, I think, more than I scrap. There's some ribbon, just more as a decorative. I have a lot more ribbon than that. And I have older pictures there. And then I have the Creative Station, which I never use. It just seems like it's so expensive. One day I will, I promise. And more pictures up there. And I each have a keepsake box for each of my kids with like their bracelets from the hospital, first haircut, stuff that I haven't actually put in a scrapbook album. More Stampin' Up sets there. And I have just some Creative Cafe stuff up in those little jars that I hardly ever use anymore. Then I have rub-ons, which I've kind of gotten out of using. My cutting blades, like extra blades to my trimmers and stuff. I have a 2, a 6, and an 8-year-old, so I keep those up because I'm afraid they're going to get them. I have stickles in there. I actually have, they're the generic stickles really in there. I just put my other ones over there. So even though these aren't thickers, all of the other ones are. So I have all my thickers there. And these are more stamps, like my Close to My Heart stamps. My Martha Stewart Edge thingy. I have that put away, but there's extra ones. And these are just extra stamps, acrylic stamps. Here's what I put my in-season stamps. So like Valentine, I think I have put in there now. And like some just sayings to do my Valentine cards with. And then going down here, I have some like snacks in there. I'm trying to eat clean, so I have dark chocolate and walnuts because that's really all I can have. So here is kind of like my smash book and just, I don't know, cute little things that I want to have out. So if I see them, then I use them. If I put them away, I forget I have them. So just little odds and ends, bits and bobbles in here. Just like, I don't know, I was working on my project, my December daily. And so I just like pulled out some things This actually isn't for December Daily. My other one's, it's in my Christmas now. This is just my other one that's got some wood veneers in here. Just stuff that I can go to if I think it needs one more little bit of something. And then down here, this I got at the Container Store, and I really like it. So I have my re-inkers in there. I did have my spooch up there, but now it's up in my other thing. I have charms in there, like binder clips, small clips, more binder clips, like office supplies, tape, you know, little staplers, staples. Just a junk drawer, basically. I have wire, more staplers, my molds to my clay I have in there. I have more washi tape in there because 4 racks wasn't enough, I suppose. And this is kind of like my workspace. And so I have, these are kind of highlighters, just go-to pens. These are my gel pens, journaling pens. This is just kind of a hodgepodge of stuff. I have just some tools in here. Quick stick thing, embossing pens, fingernail file because I always seem to need one in here. Letter opener, little easel, just kind of odds and ends. These are my painty pens. I think they're the painty pens. Yeah, painty pens. And these, I got these at, I don't know, Ross or somewhere, and I can't pass up a good deal, so I have those, and I got a couple of these to try, the Spectrum Noir. They are okay. I like my Copics much better, and then these are just all Sharpies, because you can never have too many Sharpies. And down here is just my scissors. I showed you those. So down here is all my stamp supplies. I have Fiskars boards. I have all my chalk inks in there. These are my mementos in there, and I think there's, I'm not sure what brand that is in there. But, and then my bigger ink pads. That should be in there. And there's all different brands in there. Color Box. I have my Memento bigger pads in there. I have some Unity, some Stays On, just a hodgepodge. I got some of this the other day for trying to do watercolor, so I'll let you know how that comes out. These are some miscellaneous little pads. I have tons of stuff in here. More ink pads. I really like these, but I don't know. I guess when the ink dries out, I guess you just let them go. But they're good for doing edges of products. My stamp cleaner box. And I have all these that a lot of them are still in their wrapper. I haven't used. I've had them forever. I need to bust them open. And then I have brayer and just other, you know, like little sponges for your edges. Got the stamp cleaner. And all my adhesives. And this drawer is unorganized. I try to organize this one, but everything's such an odd shape and size that it gets like this right after. I think I have to try every adhesive there is. I use this one a lot. It seems to go a lot further for your money, but that's just a tape. But you got all your adhesives in there. I love that these drawers are so big and roomy. And then underneath here, this is just all scraps. Stuff I go to when I need to like cut something out of the silhouette or whatever. And these foam stamps, which I got them somewhere. Somebody gave them to me, but I don't use them as much. And then here's just some odds embellishments. These are like all words. These are like different events or something that maybe we, like Little Baker, when we bake cookies. We do a lot of racing, so we got racing stickers, zoo. That's just a board. These are my go-to papers, the ones that are newer that I haven't used. And, you know, you like to, when you get something new, you just kind of like to look at it for a little while before you put it in its rightful place. I got me some watercolor paper to try to do some watercolor. Here we got, these are all boy stickers. And then we have girl stickers. And then we have family. And I think those are kind of like little animals or characters. And then, I'm not sure, flowers and just kind of girl things. And the basket's empty, obviously. And let's go around. Not to make you dizzy. I keep things in here like mini albums I've made and stuff. Mini albums, and I guess mostly they're mini albums because I've got my cards over there now. And in here, this is my Project Life cart. And I just have all my cards. 4x6 on this side. 2x3s on this side. I guess that's but then I have like the little pads back here. And that's Project Life stuff. Here's my bigger or extra pages. And then my kits are down here. And my bigger sets down there. These are extra folders. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. I don't use them, but I have them. And then on my little 3-tier thing, I got this on eBay years ago. And under here, I just got different like buttons. I got these at the Container Store. I'm not sure if they make them anymore, but that's where they came from. Most of this stuff came from Container Store. These are Stampin' Up, but here's all my eyelets. And for the longest time, I had different things, but I ended up putting them in there. There's a little scoop in there. It's easy to scoop them out with, so I just combined them. These are all brads I've got in there. And here is my little baker twine. I just kind of leave them on the spools there. This has got odds and ends. It's kind of like a travel pack to throw in my bag if I go. I love Jack Skellington, as you can see, and Raggedy Ann. I kind of go both ends of the spectrum. Here's my medals from races I've done this year, or actually it was last year. I don't know, I got those at some weird shop in downtown Nashville, and I just had to have them. They reminded me of something in my childhood. I can't remember what, but I like them. And then here, this is not an expedite. It's just a hodgepodge of cubbies that I've made, and it kind of reminds me of the IKEA ones, but it's just, I've kind of framed around these two paper racks, and then there's just some of the Jetmax cubes over there. But okay, so we'll start at the bottom and go up. I have across the bottom here, there's 3 of these, and they're just like kits. Like I used to belong to Birds of a Feather, and their kits are wonderful. But I just got to where I didn't use them as quickly. But I have like some of those, and then there's some page kits. Just kind of things that kind of go together that I know if I'm going to a crop, I can just pull those out and go. This is all letters. I'm not going to open that, but it's cram full. There's my Martha Stewart border stamps and the whole box full of them. I have a label maker, and I also have, I keep my beads in there because sometimes I try to do beads and jewelry making, but not really well at that. Here I have cards, and like these are all cards, and then these are all the envelopes. Not that they match. I mean, they're just kind of thrown in there together. And then on the bottom, more cards, and it's just like packaged from Michael's or whatever. That kind of, they all go together. Here is ribbon, and I have, like as you can see, these are full. So sorry, my daughter just came in. So that's full of ribbon, and that's full of ribbon. And then up here, this is all flowers. I just have them thrown in here any kind of way. Packaged. Some of them are just thrown in there. And then here is chipboard pieces, die cuts. I'm not going to open that either. But you can see it's kind of a mess in there, and they're all just thrown in there. Alright, go down to the bottom again. Sorry, my kids just came home. So here's another kit. These are my specialty papers, like all my glitter. And then this is just all my cardstock. And my color coaches that help me, because sometimes I can't figure out which colors. And that's just all my plain cardstock. And in here is like original digital images. I keep some in there so I don't lose them. Here's some more chipboard. That's chipboard. Some of these are full albums, and some of them are brand new that I haven't filled up. And that's a calendar that I've done. Up here is where I've sorted some of my different papers by brands like Teresa Collins, SEI, Tinkering Ink. I mean, a lot of those aren't even around anymore. Pink Paisley, Prima, Jelly Bean. Close to my heart, Cloud9. They're in alphabetical order. One day I sat down and did that. That was, I think, before children. I don't have time to do that kind of stuff anymore. These are full. These are empty. This is full. These are empty. And this is just like my bill inbox. Really, nothing crazy in there. And here's I have my paper by brands again. Those are by binder clips in those. And these. And then these are just my brands, and they're stacked in there because I had more of them. Paper pads. Just if I can get one out. That I've gotten. Just stack them in there. And in here I have the in stitches and embroidery. This is just a kind of a hodgepodge. My kids are in here. You can hear them. Just different kinds of mediums. There's some paint and stuff to use with paint. I'm not sure why those are in there. Needed to clean this out, I guess. I'm not sure what these are either. Watercolor crayons. That's something I'm going to give to my daughter, but I don't think she's old enough. And drawing manga. I kind of wanted to do that, but don't have that talent at all. So here's some more kits. Close to my heart. Just different kits that I can grab and go. And then here is just wooden. Here's some more Stampin' Up. These are just different wood stamps I've crammed in there. Christmas, Halloween. I kind of get the in-season ones out of here and put up there on my shelf when I use them right there. Here is all my Unity stamps. It looks like there's some more red rubber ones in there as well. But I used to get the stamp of the month kit for Unity, and I really liked it. Okay. I had to get my children out of here. They're making too much noise. And here's just some more red rubber stamps, miscellaneous. Looks like there's more Stampin' Up because I'm just coming out of the woodwork. I started going to Stampin' Up again, and now everywhere. This is a random box. Actually, I think it's like stuff that I'm going to sell. I don't know what's in there. It's just stuff that I don't want in here anymore, but I don't want to throw it away. Give it away or something. There is my greeting farm stamps. And I've had, I think, every greeting farm. And then I've sold a bunch of them. So there's a lot of the images where I stamped some before I let them go. So in case I wanted to color them again. And then up there are movies. I bring my laptop in here and sometimes watch movies when I'm not on YouTube watching. And this is just some containers. They have little pockets. So like I can throw my tools in if I'm going to a crop or something. And you can throw a bunch of punches on the inside. And, you know, it's not going to take, it's kind of, you know, for bulky tools and stuff. This is some more of that Tori Spelling stuff that you can see I've got a lot of good use out of. Let me shut this door. Sorry. Okay, so here is like where my EK Success punches are. I keep, here's all my Martha Stewart. Oh, sorry. And my Crocodile, some more Stampin' Up! Punches, my Fiskars punches. I stick them on their side where I can see them. I don't know if you knew that, but it took me like 10 years after I had them, I think, to realize that you could stack them on their side. More punches, Creative Memory punches. So we all started there, I think. And just some more shapes, odds and ends that aren't really all the same. Okay, and then I have, this is just some cardstock, like cut up sheets. This is another junk drawer, like my light bulbs to my halogen lights over there. Candles, my thing to light my candles, because when I'm in here, I like. And then I have all my 6x6 pads in here, and I seem to collect those too. And then all my matte stacks. There's some more 6x6, but mostly these are the 4x6 matte stacks you know you get at the store. Or at TJ Maxx for $2.99. And here I have my 8.5x11. A lot of that I think is Stampin' Up! Cardstock. Some of it is Basil. These are just some more kits. I think they were Lisa Burnson like page kits. And these are like of the first, second grade. I need to go and start using those now that I have a first and third grader. Then down here, I have all these chipboard mini albums. I have tons. Some of them are just like the pieces, but mostly they're the kind of albums and little mini albums. There's some clear albums in there too. Okay. And here, I have to share this closet with my son, so his clothes are in there. But I have some more of my Fiskars border punches, just miscellaneous stuff that really doesn't have a place. And these are all organizational things up there. These are just like family keepsakes, things too big to put in the scrapbook album. Those are his things. And then I have these in here, which I want to get another shelf to go right here and give it more support because I feel like it's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So